Yes, college is great for education and learning, but you do not need that to become successful. No, a college degree doesn't automatically mean you will secure a high income salary and become successful. In fact, no college degree for me helped me secure a high income salary because it helped me work so hard to create the value that I'm able to offer to the marketplace. And here's how in this video. Before we get started, friends, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I love making awesome content for all my viewers. Thanks again. You're gonna be this big ball of energy. Today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how not going to college helped me secure my high salary. And right now I'm making around $100,000 for my salary, and I want you guys to know that you guys can achieve the same thing, if not way more in the future, because I believe I'll do the exact same thing. You guys can achieve the exact same high salary without getting a college degree, because to be able to get a college degree, I'll give you the secret right now before we get into everything. It's about your journey of learning and becoming the best version of yourself. That's what it's all about. College is supposed to be an avenue where you can learn and educate yourself. That's why it's very useful. However, if you can find other ways and other avenues to learn, educate yourself, you become valuable to the marketplace, and you can actually secure a high salary for yourself. So I'm gonna go over in this video how I did that for myself, and I'm gonna give you guys practical tips and tricks that you guys can use for yourself to secure a high salary. And at the end, we'll conclude on really the highest values. First and foremost, why is a high salary even important? Well, you have to set your own goals. You know, a high salary to you may be $50,000, or it may be $500,000. It all depends on the life you want to live and your ultimate goals. I want, to have a big family someday. I come from a big family, and to me, around $100,000 is a good starting point for a high salary. And then from there, I can grow on. So really, again, it depends on what you define a high salary. If you want to be able to have, the cars to provide for your family, or the houses, or just luxury things for yourself, it really depends on the lifestyle you want to live. If you want to live a simple life or an extraordinary life, it all depends on you and your values. No, college is not this big myth for everybody just to make money. I believe you can learn and get a solid career and education and go on to make a high income if you go to college. However, you don't absolutely need to. It's all about that journey and the education. I come from a family that really never focused on college. It was never a priority. In fact, my mother and my father never graduated college. I don't think they even went to college, but they did pursue some type of education after high school. In fact, that is how they met. That's the romance story. However, in my life, I never had this priority or focus of going to college. However, I still felt the pressure and the need to go to college from many different influences in my life at a young age. So I did end up going to college. Don't get me wrong, I'm not some anti-college advocate. I went to RIT out of high school. I even played some basketball there, and I went to a few other colleges after that. So I've been in and out of college pretty much after high school my whole life. However, right now I am working a marketing job, but it feels like an absolute dream. I'm living in one of the best marketing capitals in the whole entire world, which is New York City. And, I was able to achieve that without a college degree and still have a very high salary that's subjectively high, right? So I believe it's high, and it will be getting higher from here. Right after high school, I went to RIT for electrical mechanical engineering, but soon after I dropped out and I started a business right after I tried to be a rapper for like a few months. You can joke all you want about that. However, after that, I started an e-commerce dropshipping store just so I can make money, because I thought I'd become successful in anything I do. Really, I had a big head, let's be honest. We all are like that sometimes. So I'm like, anything I do, I'll be successful. So I started an e-commerce dropshipping store. My chair is very squeaky, guys, by the way. Gotta get a new one. Eventually I will. However, I started an e-commerce dropshipping store, and I would sell anything from bath bombers to chokers to iPhone cases, really anything that was hot in the market at the time. And, I wasn't too successful with running my ads. I didn't have much success in actually, getting a return on revenue. I was spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars with very little money in the bank in the first place, and would maybe get a few sales. So yes, I figured out how to run ads. In the process, I learned an absolute shit ton of information and knowledge in the marketing world. And that's why I make marketing videos for you guys as well. However, the truth is I started a business that failed, but it taught me a ton. It was e-commerce dropshipping. And from that, I realized that I learned an absolute ton. I learned how to make a logo. I learned how to make a brand statement, how to make your motto, how to make your website, how to make your ads, how to make your branding, your content, your vision even, and then how to actually implement practical tactics to grow your business. So I started a marketing and branding firm, a boutique, all-encompassing marketing agency. And I did this from my best friend's mom's living room. And this was back in 2017. Right now it is 2022. Right now we're about 5 years ahead of that. So fast forward 5 years, I'm working at a marketing agency with a very high salary without going to college or starting my own marketing agency. So how did I do that, guys? Well, in this process, in the last 4 years, I started a marketing agency. I hired people on my team. I built a team, got an office, and we worked with small businesses in my areas where I lived in the Buffalo, New York area. And I did this all with teaching myself how to do social media, advertising, helping people create their own content, their own branding, and really just help them build their vision and their dream in the world. So I did this for 4 years. So in this 4-year stint or 5-year stint, I learned so much in the marketing world. I created a ton of projects, which is a huge point that I want to make in this video, guys, is that if you want to become successful and get this high salary, while you learn, while you're self-educating yourself, you have to be creating your own projects, right? People want to see examples. They want to see case studies, projects that you worked on, examples of your artwork, right? Just like an athlete is able to showcase his skills in front of coaches, you want to share and showcase your artwork or your creation, your value to whoever needs it, right? Whoever's going to give you this high salary in return, because it's really like a trade-off. I have a high salary, or you may get a high salary because of your value, your trade value that you're able to secure in the marketplace. And that's super important to understand. So again, learn as much as you possibly can and showcase your value in the best ways possible. And in today's world, we have all these tools to be able to showcase our uniqueness. You don't just have this black and white piece of paper that says everything on your resume anymore. You're able to really show your true self with the technology on social media. I'm using a camera and a microphone right now to express myself to you. That's another form of showing your value to the marketplace, guys. So my story is, do everything you possibly can to show your value once you're able to self-educate and teach yourself as much as you possibly can, because that's the key, guys. Number one is make sure you learn and educate yourself so you really can help somebody. The most important piece to securing high income is making sure your value is worth that income. It's really a trade-off. You have to make somebody believe that you are worth more than the salary that they're giving to you. Along my journey, I ran into a hiccup, and that hiccup for me was the coronavirus. In 2020, I lost almost 90% of my small business clients. And yes, I worked with small businesses, and they didn't have a really huge budget in the first place. So coronavirus wiped their business out, and most of my clients were restaurants. So they got wiped out, which eventually led to me losing most of my clients. I tried to adapt and pivot from there. So I started a delivery system business for the restaurants that I've already done marketing for, and tried to expand that business as well. So I did a whole bunch of marketing and entrepreneur things at the time. And again, through all of this, but again, my most success was my marketing firm. I did that for the whole time while doing both, and I worked with some pretty big names in my area, some things that made me really proud today. It's companies such as Merrill Lynch, YOLO Restaurant and Lounge, Global Concepts Charter School, the Park School of Buffalo, which is the school I graduated high school at, so it's phenomenal. It's like a dream. I was able to do that, create these valuable projects in my community, and then show that value to the marketplace. And this is how I did it. I, at the time, actually went back to school for psychology to learn. So you see, I'm not opposed to college, guys, no problem. So I went back to school for psychology to learn, but I quickly knew that I needed to make money. I couldn't pay for college myself. I completely support myself, and I wasn't, getting enough money to survive and really even live my life. And I didn't want to work a normal, dead-end job to me, which was like McDonald's or something like that. I knew I had a higher value for myself. And again, that comes back to your vision and your why. So I sought help from the school guidance counselor. I said, hey, look, I want to find a full-time job. And she's like, well, you didn't graduate college, you don't have a degree, it's going to be hard. And, the whole time I kind of didn't really listen to that, agree with that, because I knew the value that I provided. But once she really understood and seen the value that I had already created in the marketplace, she quickly understood that it may not be so hard in the first place. So what we did was put together a beautiful resume that she learned how to make, obviously. I did that because I didn't know how to make resumes. I already had a website in place which showed all my content creation and all the stuff we did for businesses in Buffalo, New York, and all the success and projects we worked on. So those were able to connect, and I had all my own personal social media accounts that really I use to advocate and preach what I know and help the world, like I'm doing with this video. So I was able to combine all of those mediums, all of those resources to be able to be able to show the marketplace. And I applied to many different marketing jobs. Be honest with you, I applied to maybe over 50 different marketing jobs across Indeed and other job platforms and other opportunities. Reached out to people actually and set interviews with local marketing firms that I knew from connections that I made in marketing and doing business. It ultimately led me to being noticed, being seen, and being interviewed by an amazing marketing firm in New York City called DCW, Doherty, Clifford, and Wadsworth. And I love and enjoy working there today. And yes, they pay me a high salary, and I'm not supposed to say exactly how much. Of course I won't, so I obviously give you a range, but they see the value in me because I give them a ton of value in the marketing world. What I'm able to do is use my skills that I amassed by creating my own marketing agency and through all my ups and downs and trials and errors, and use that now for helping big businesses achieve their marketing goals. My specific job is programmatic trading. So I actually do the hands-on buying and audience targeting and optimizations on advertisements for big businesses across many different digital mediums, connected TV, digital billboards, social media, SEM, programmatic, you name it, anything digital, I do. And I didn't learn all of this from my marketing agency and experience. However, I learned a ton of it and a lot of core values to be able to translate to do what I'm doing right now. So again, guys, it's super important. I want to recap. You first have to get educated and self-improve yourself as much as you possibly can. And that's a constant, ongoing journey. This never stops. Yes, college is great for education and learning, but you do not need that to become successful. I can show you for myself, or there's many examples in the past of people, successful people that did not go to college. Steve Jobs is a huge example. He's like the poster boy for this. But yes, self-education is the key to your success. And then number 2 is being able to create these projects, create the value, and then show the value for number 3. So it's a 3-step system, friends. Number 1, get educated. Number 2, create the value. Number 3, show and translate this value to the marketplace to secure your high income. Okay, guys? So I didn't get into any specifics about what jobs or what industries you should get in, because I didn't want to make this video about that. I didn't want to persuade you to get into marketing or persuade you to do something else. I'm sure you're interested in something maybe already, and if you're not, go out there and try to do a bunch of different things. Trust me, it's the best way to find what you're passionate about or what you want to do. Now, I wasn't always passionate about marketing. I really got passionate about marketing because it's something that I tried and failed at and then learned how to succeed at over an X amount of time, and I find certain topics in marketing very enjoyable. So I love to do content creation. I love the marketing factor of creativity and reaching an audience and delivering value. That's what I love about marketing. You can really become successful and secure a high income salary in really any different field or any different niche or any different industry in the world. I mean, obviously, yes, you have to get a degree go to college to be a doctor, brain surgeon, and I trust that totally, no problem. Or I believe a psychologist. And yeah, there's many other things out there you must get a degree for. However, there's many other industries and categories you do not have to have a degree, including marketing, like the industry I'm in. Again, it's all about showing your value to the marketplace. And like I said, Steve Jobs can create one of the best companies in the world without a college degree, and you can as well. Same thing as Mark Zuckerberg. He did the same thing. So guys, keep your head up. I want you guys to work on yourself. Most importantly, number 2, create that value in the marketplace. Number 3, show that value in the marketplace. And I hope this video can help you. And if you have any comments that can help me even get a higher salary, or help our viewers on this channel get a higher salary, then please comment on this video. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. And again, if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I love making valuable content for all my viewers. Thanks again.